everyone. Today I bring to you a game that Diana Lanni played against George Trammel in the US Open, 80th US Open on 8/8, 1979. Oh, that's a birthday of somebody very important in my life, 8/8. And also the year that actually was at this point in the United States as a very young girl. So I missed the being the it girl in New York. I guess being an it girl in New York meant interesting things. And in one article that I share with you, Diana Lanni says the Queens Gambit author traversed in the same circles as she did, and would have seen her play in the park there in New York. And I will provide a link to the article so you can see and make your own conclusions. But this will be a game that Diana played, and meaning the it girl, that she was the it girl for chess. Like everybody knew her in those circles as being the one that was a chess player amongst all those men. Which reminds me, to the last part of the series of the Queen's Gambit. And remember, she was wearing white like the Queen, and she was at a park. And did she have any alcohol issues at that time? Do you know that? Not to be a spoiler, but what do you think happened there? So the positivity of having second chances and so forth and so on is always good to know. Do not cast that first stone, right? Who's going to cast the first stone? Just like in the Bible. Nobody. After Jesus asked the man who wanted to stone the woman, nobody was willing to cast the first stone. And was anybody condemned? And neither do I condemn you, said Jesus. So those times, the tumultuous times of the 60s and the 70s, those that lived that era as young adults, you remember Woodstock and all that stuff that was happening there. It is part of history. And the Queen's Gambit portrays a lot of issues that many people have had to have dealt with during the time, those types of crises, and how you are managed to go on top and have second chances. So I wonder if there's going to be more of Diana Lanni, of videos someplace or interviews. I haven't seen any. If you know of any, let me know. But here is a Diana Lanni versus George Trammel, a man. She's playing a man. And again, I think more women should be playing, and I do not know what the stigma is against the man not wanting to play a woman. It's just that something just so rare. Women have as much as ability to think as men do, but we're going into some interesting waters that I'll let other commentators talk about in more in depth. So here we go. We have the the Sicilian opening, with the Nimzovic's variation. As you know, this opening is not an E4, E5, so it's not going to be an open game. If you see my videos, I'm going to try to have you learn these things, that if it's not an E4, E5, it's not going to be open game, most likely. And if it's not D4, D5, that's going to be a closed game. So here we have a semi-open game, because it's E4 and any other move that's black. And that means a couple of pawns will be traded, and the mobility of the pieces will be there, but then not as much as in a truly open game. So here we go. He moves in, more pawns, making sure this knight is taking over here. And you see how it's a little bit, no pawns are being exchanged at this point in time, so it takes a while here for us to see any kind of reduction in pieces. Finally, we go into that. On the 8th move, we have some take, and more take. And now we have the queen castling. Okay, this is nice. This is like planted, like you forge your ground and you're not going to move from there because you have a plan. Let's see. Take. Notice this queen is not moving from its h5 position. We move out of the way. Then a silent move there on a6. We're attacking the knight, and now the knight is attacking the bishop. So the bishop stays there. She takes it with the knight. He takes with the queen, attacking this queen. She's still not moving. This queen is just decided to be there like an outpost, right? And Sambo, so she brings up the rook, and he moves out of the way. Now we're attacking the queen with our bishop. And now Dix takes this bishop, which was an unprotected bishop. She moves in, gobbling up. He moves in to attack the queen. She takes the tempo and attacks the king, and he takes. She finally moves the queen to c5. Diana moves the queen to c5, and the king moves with a there was a check, and it's another check, another check, another check. He moves out of the way for not having a repetition there, and another check. And we move up. Look at this. What a slick ending here. Do you see this? Wow. A woman beating a man at US Open. Go Diana Lanni. Most likely the real Beth Harmon that the author Walter Tevis has based his book, and then the resulting movie, which is pretty popular for many months, The Queen's Gambit. And there you have it. We have a fantastic game by Diana Lanni. Hopefully she'll give some interviews in the future talking about the life of what it was to be an it girl chess player woman in New York at the time in the 70s. You all take care. Au revoir.